My name is Clarence Manduku. I come from Chipinge. I'm the leader of the Platform for Youth and Community Development. I consider myself as a community leader, a human rights defender. It is very important for Zimbabweans to know that we have a constitution, and the constitution prescribes that when a vacant has been declared, it must be filled within 90 days. So the by-election that will be held on the 26th of March should have been held a long time back last year, but the president couldn't declare these elections simply because of COVID-19. I think there's been a lot of conversation to say, was that environment not conducive for Zimbabweans to have held these by-elections? It is clear that COVID-19 was therefore used by the president and other political leaders to evade these elections, to deny the communities that did not have candidates from enjoying the privileges of having a member of parliament or a councillor. And now when they are being held from the declaration done in January, it is clear that it's now being held at the convenience of the political leadership. So I become worried as a community leader, I become worried as a civil society leader, because it is very clear that these elections are being held simply to fulfill certain egos of political leaders. It is my feeling that perhaps when the declaration for these by-elections were done, the president, Mr. Emmerson Mnangagwa, felt that his party, ZANU-PF, was then ready for the elections. He might have also be having a feeling that at the time of the declaration, the opposition in its various formations was at its weakest. Just like if these elections were declared when they were due, the opposition might have been in a stronger position. So to a large extent, these elections, as they were declared, were not necessary, they could have been avoided.
My name is Linda Tsungela Masalira, the president of Labour Economists and African Democrats, LEAD. There are plenty of questions that have been raised on whether it is important or not to hold by-elections. And my opinion is it is a constitutional provision. It is stipulated in the Electoral Act of Zimbabwe that whenever a parliamentary seat or a council seat falls vacant, by-elections should happen to replace the parliament member that would have been recalled, died, or resigned from parliament or council thereof. So having these questions going around is actually a state where people do not understand the constitutional and electoral processes in Zimbabwe. If running for by-elections and having by-elections happening is a constitutional provision which is supposed to be adhered to. We cannot have selective application of the law because we think that it is a waste of funds and that there is limited time or less than a year to the 2023 harmonized elections, because all elected representatives who are recalled, who die, or who resign should be replaced, regardless of how many months or how many years they are to the next harmonized elections. So from our point of view as Labour Economists and African Democrats, the government did the right thing, the president of this country, Comrade Emmerson Mnangagwa, did the right thing. Yes, people might have reservations, but there is no reservation that is above the law. We have to follow the Constitution of Zimbabwe in its entirety.